Welcome to Early Bird Picker. My name is Rafa. I'm a reseller and I resell on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, and Depop. Today, I want to stress the importance, if you're new to reselling, about cross-posting or cross-listing. What that means is if you sell on eBay, it means that you'd also take your listing and then put it on another selling platform. And for my situation, most of the time it's Facebook Marketplace. Almost 100% of the items that I list on eBay, I cross-post to Facebook Marketplace, and I've been blown away with my sales that I have on Facebook Marketplace. Today's a great example. I had 4 sales today, 1 thing sold on eBay and 3 things sold on Facebook Marketplace. And so there's a major shift going on in people buying items and where they buy them. I think more and more people are getting away from eBay because there's more and more platforms that you can buy your items on. But Facebook Marketplace is a major platform that I don't hear many other resellers talk about, and I'm not really sure why. I do really well on there. The major reason I think that things sell so well on Facebook Marketplace is people are already on Marketplace, you know, looking at their news feed or something like that. So they go over to Marketplace, and you scroll through the pictures much like you scroll through your news feed. Now, when you go to eBay, if you want to buy a certain item, you have to type that item into the search bar with exactly what you're looking for. When you're on Facebook, it just starts on, when you go to the Marketplace tab at the bottom, it just starts showing you random picture after random picture, and I think people just kind of scroll through that like you would a news feed, and I think that a lot more people do buying on impulse or because they just saw something come across that they like. They weren't necessarily searching for it. And so there's some major advantages to reselling on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're new to reselling, don't miss an opportunity, because I really think there's a big shift going on in like where people buy stuff. And so I'm going to probably do a video completely dedicated to comparing my sales from eBay to Facebook Marketplace and give a breakdown of what percentage is on each platform, what items sell well or best on eBay, and what items sell best on Facebook Marketplace. Let's get into what sold today. First up, I sold this vintage pancake ceramic like container. Had a really cool look to it. I paid $8 and I flipped my $8 into 30 plus shipping. This is a flip tip if you're new to reselling. If you have something that's pretty heavy or breakable, or you're just like an awkward size, whenever I do my listing, I go ahead and package it up, and this weighs 9 pounds. I found when I was new to reselling, often I would try to guess how much something was going to weigh or what size the box would be. And so when you're selling on eBay, especially, probably all platforms really, but let's just talk about eBay for right now. When you're selling on eBay, you have to put in the shipping, how much it weighs, and what the item size is, dimensions. And so it charges, if you're having the buyer pay for shipping, it charges the buyer the shipping based on what you put in. Now, let's say when you go to package your item and you've just guesstimated how much it's going to weigh and ship for, if it's much bigger than that, it's going to end up charging you a lot more for shipping, and that's something that the buyer doesn't have to pay. They've already paid for their item, and so you end up having to eat that cost. And so I made that mistake enough times that when something is, I actually weigh and measure everything before I sell it, but sometimes if it's breakable, it's good to go ahead and put all the packaging in there, the bubble wrap, and just get it ready to go. It makes it a lot easier when it's time to ship out your item. Here's all the things that I sold on Facebook Marketplace. First up is this new with tags Levi's trucker jacket. Saw this at Goodwill. I spotted it that had tags on it, went over and grabbed it right up. I paid $9 for this, and I flipped my $9 into $40 plus shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Sold these CrossFit Reebok Nano shoes. I paid $15 for these, which is quite a bit of money if you're buying used shoes. 15 to me is pretty high, but I was willing to do it because I knew that Reebok Nanos have a great sell-through rate. So I flipped my $15 into $40 plus shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Last up is this wick jacket that I just listed yesterday. It sold on Facebook Marketplace. I flipped my $13 that I had invested in it to $40 plus shipping. I actually had this listed for 70 bucks. I really had no idea what the value of it was, so I just kind of threw up a number. Someone offered me 40, and for me, that's enough of a profit from 13 bucks, and so I took the best offer. I had one more sale come through, as you would guess, Facebook Marketplace, for these Crocs in the Realtree camo color, basically. They weren't in the best of condition. I paid $5 for them, and I sold them for $15 plus shipping, so I'm still making money. Maybe not as much as I thought I was going to, but they sold pretty fast. It's Thursday afternoon, and I had 3 sales today. Not too many sales, but a pretty good sales number. For me, if I can make $100 a day, that's doing awesome. A lot of times I make a lot of money after the weekend, like on Sunday and Monday, after I've done a lot of listing. And then it trails off at the end of the week, but I've really done a good job consistently listing this week. And I think every day this week I've averaged over $100, so I'm really happy about that. Let me show you what sold. I had 2 things on eBay sell and 1 thing on Amazon. First up is this BMW Motorrad, kind of like windbreaker rain jacket. I paid $9 for this, and I put it on auction. I put it on auction because I couldn't find any exact sales comps for it, and when I looked up other BMW jackets, prices were just completely all over the place. To be really honest, sometimes I just love doing auctions, and so I thought I'd throw it up on auction. I started at 99 cents, and it ended up selling for $37 plus shipping. Next up is this Marlboro Chuck Wagon Cooking. It's like a recipe book, and I'm pretty sure it's like a vintage Marlboro product. And I tried selling this on Facebook Marketplace, but you're not allowed to sell anything tobacco related on Facebook Marketplace. So I just had these listed on eBay. I picked these up in a lot of like 16 or 17 of these. I think I paid $5 for all of them. So I think I had about 33 cents into just, this single one, and it sold for $10 plus shipping. Last up to sell is what I sold on Amazon. I pretty much just exclusively sell books on Amazon, and some people that are pickers scan every book they see. I don't love scanning books just because it takes so much time, and sometimes it's hard to find good ones. And so my strategy is I pretty much always scan. If I see a college textbook, I definitely scan those because there's such good money in these. That's what this is. This book was selling for over $100 on Amazon. I listed mine though in acceptable condition, and it sold for $79.99. I only had $1 into this book, and so I'm super happy with this sale. Just had another sale come through on Facebook Marketplace. It is for the Sperry duck boots that I just listed yesterday. I flipped 13 into 40 plus shipping. I'm not super happy about this one. I had these listed at 50. Someone this morning sent me an offer for 40. I met them in the middle and lowered the price to 45. They didn't buy them. And then this evening, somebody offered me 38 for these, and I lowered the price to 40 because I figured, well, I guess 40 might be fair. And then the person that offered me 38 said, okay, thanks, like they were going to buy them. And then it proceeded to taunt me, basically. He goes, you won't come down for just $2 more. And I responded back, that I'd already met him more than halfway by coming from 45 to 40. And so sometimes, to me, it's like I'm not absolutely needing the money right now, and I really think these are worth closer to 45 or 50 had I set on them. And so sometimes I'd rather not have a sale. Someone's not going to be appreciative of a lower price and, haggle me about the last $2. And so I almost raised the price back up, but before I could do that, he went ahead and bought them at the $40 mark. For me, whenever I do negotiating, I like for both sides to kind of come away feeling like they're in an okay position. And that was just really unfair negotiating, which on Facebook you can rate somebody for that. So that's probably what I'm going to do because I met them more than halfway, and then they continue to just go on about the last $2. And so at that rate, I just really rather sell these to somebody else who would appreciate the price more. That's just me. I'm taking a break from listing and getting some of my sales going out that came through from Friday and Saturday that I'll ship out on Monday. Let me show you what sold. Sold these Thunderdog, anxiety jackets for dogs, basically. It was an extra small and a small that I lotted together. I had $2 in, and I flipped my $2 into 15 plus shipping. This sold on Facebook Marketplace. This is Radica Tetris. Radica makes handheld electronic games. Some of them go for really good money. This is not one of them. I flipped my 50 cents that I had into this one into $5 plus shipping. This one is a free pickup that my mom actually spotted. It's like a Winnie the Pooh little lunchbox, or a sticker box, I think. Yeah, it's not wide enough for lunch. And it sold for $4, which is not a ton of money, but like I said, it was free. And this is actually going to an international buyer. Sold these Nike Jordans. Not all Jordans are the best. These weren't in the greatest condition. I had 15 into these, and I flipped my 15 into 25 plus shipping. This is a Robert Graham shirt that should have gone for really good money, except for whenever I was in the store, I did not notice it had two tiny little stains on the back of the shirt. Sometimes you don't see stains on clothes until you get them under your like ring light that you're taking photos with, and you're just really, you know, scanning the item. And so these had two really small stains that were easy to miss. It still sold for $25.50 plus shipping, and I had $5.50 invested in this one. This is one of the hat from the first lot of vintage hats that I bought, Oakland Athletics. I had two of these. They both sold within a week. This one sold for $25 plus shipping. I flipped my 5 into 25. Another hat from the vintage hat lot that I got a week ago. I flipped my 5 into 40 plus shipping. A really good sale on this one. I had one more sale that I missed. It's this mini tree in a box, and I paid, it's new in plastic, paid $6 at Goodwill last week, sold for 50 plus shipping. I spent most of last night listing the lot of hats that I got. I got 30 hats for $75. I already sold one of them, and plus a couple other things. Let me show you what sold. On Facebook Marketplace, this vintage Buick hat sold. I paid $2.50 individually for this hat, and it sold for 15 plus shipping. I have another one of these. It's in nicer condition. This one is kind of deformed, and so I put that in the listing. The other one I think is $5 more expensive, so I was happy to get 15 out of this one. On eBay, this DeWalt charging base sold. I paid $5 for the charger, a battery, and a tool. And unfortunately, neither the battery nor the tool were working, and so I was hoping to get more money out of this. I paid $5 for all of that, and so I thought, well, I'll just sell the charger, and I sold it for $10 plus shipping. Last up, I sold these women's Red Wing boots. I found these at Goodwill for $6, and they were basically in mint condition, just nearly, and they sold for $40 plus shipping. I sold these Callaway Epic Flash head covers on Facebook Marketplace. I paid $6 for these, and I flipped my 6 into 20 plus shipping, and they sold within like 15 minutes of me listing them. So I'm getting ready to go meet up with a Facebook Marketplace meetup. Here's what I am selling. This is a 1982 Corvette Collector's Edition like emblem, and what's crazy is the guy that wants this is driving from 2 hours away. I told him I would ship the item, and he said that he needs it for a present for tomorrow. And I made sure that he knew the corner of the flags here, you can see the paint, or you know, whatever material that is chipped. And so what I did was I took a picture and I zoomed in on it, and I said, I just want to make sure you know that there's damage to this, it's chipped. And he said that he saw it. I thought this was a bad buy. I just got it at an estate sale last week I paid $10 for it. And it actually, I listed it for 30. These in, you know, nice condition are going upwards of 100 plus. And so he said he saw the damage and he still wanted it. And he's been updating me along his entire route here to Broken Arrow, basically, letting me know that he's coming. And so I'm pretty happy that I'm going to flip my 10 into 30 and that someone really wants this. All right, so I flipped that Corvette emblem, got my $30 from 10 invested. The guy said his dad has an 82 Corvette. I guess maybe that he's working on or something, because he's looking for other parts. Unfortunately, I didn't have any other parts for it. But yeah, that was a really good meetup, and I'm glad that emblem's going to somebody that's going to use it. I had two more sales that came through this evening. The first is this Miami Dolphins hat. It's odd. It's new with tags, but it does have an error in the embroidery, so I made sure to point that out. This is one of the hats that I just bought this weekend. I had $2.50 invested in this hat, and it sold for 20 plus shipping. This was a really good flip. I'm really excited about this one. This is a brand that I'd never heard of, but when I saw these shoes, just by the quality of the leather, I could tell they're going to be probably worth some money. I paid $25 for these. These are a Duck Feet brand. They're a major bolo. Check out the sales comps in eBay. In used condition, most of them are selling for around the $100 mark, not a whole lot lower than there. And in new condition, they're well over $200. And so you definitely want to know this. They call them Duck Feet. You can't see them very well in here, but I'll put a picture up on the screen. The forefoot is like super wide, like a duck foot. So anyway, I paid $25 for these, and I flipped my 25 into 85 plus shipping. So pretty good profit on this one.